on switch witches, Chris?
I don't know. I'm really not a fan of it. Or the healthy treats. We used to have a neighbor who would give out apples, and all the kids in the neighborhood would be so bummed out. You know? It's like, come on, it's Halloween.
Right. All right, Jackie, you're not handing out apples, right?
No. I mean, I would prefer, Snickers or Twix,
Right.
You have to go with the classics,
Yes.
just in time for Halloween. Yeah, it's one day a year. You got to do it. But anyway, wind advisory out there for the day tomorrow for areas north and west of the district. We're talking north central Maryland, back out towards western Maryland, parts of the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, and right along the spine of the Blue Ridge there in Virginia. We could see those gusts upwards of 45 miles per hour in all those areas shaded in that beige color. So we're talking about those wind advisories because of that, but elsewhere across the region, we could be dealing with those wind gusts in excess of 30, even close to 35 miles per hour through your Friday and even into that trick-or-treating time as well. So hopefully all of those kiddos' costumes don't have anything, extra that could go flying, So anyway, future wind gusts, we're talking about these into tomorrow morning and into the afternoon. This is starting off at 7 a.m. Friday. Those wind gusts already picking up between 30 to 35 miles per hour for a good chunk of the region. Then as we look ahead towards 10 o'clock in the morning, 35 mile per hour gusts in D.C., getting close to those 40 mile per hour gusts farther off towards our northern counties who are under that wind advisory tomorrow. By 5 p.m., we're still seeing those wind gusts varying between 30 to 40 miles per hour for much of the region. But after sunset, that's when winds start to peel back a little bit. So at least later on in the nighttime, those winds will still be elevated, just not quite as windy as what we'll see, earlier in the day. But if you're trying to plan out your Friday, plan out your Halloween. We're talking about that sunrise a little bit after 7:30, and temperatures will be starting off in those 40s for much of the region. By 11 a.m., temperatures back in those low to mid 50s, but that's when we really start to see those wind gusts picking up. Howling winds, though, through the middle of the afternoon, and high temperatures tomorrow won't be quite as warm as what we had out there for the day today. Upper 50s for much of the area to right about 60 for D.C. and areas south and east for your Friday afternoon for your Halloween. But later on in the evening for those trick-or-treaters, we're talking about gusty winds at 5 p.m. Still a bit breezy, though, after sunset. Sunset just a little bit after 6 p.m. and temperatures right into those low to mid 50s by that point. Lower 50s by 9 p.m. But after 9 p.m., we're talking about temperatures falling back into those 40s. Now, this upcoming weekend, I keep reminding everyone, it is daylight saving time early Sunday morning. So the night before, Saturday night, you got to make sure you got to change any of those clocks that don't do it automatically. So you fall back that 1 hour. We'll be breezy Saturday under mainly sun-filled skies. Sunday, though, mix of sun and clouds, but temperatures both weekend days in those lower 60s. But like I mentioned, reminding everyone, daylight saving time ends this weekend. Now, Saturday, that sunset will be a little bit after 6 p.m. But since we fall back the 1 hour, the one great thing about falling back the 1 hour is that we gain that extra hour of sleep. The drawback is that sunset will be much earlier on Sunday. That sunset will be at 5:06 in the evening. So Saturday will be our last 6 p.m. sunset of 2025. Here's a view of the rest of that 7-day outlook. And we're seeing 60s for high temperatures throughout that 7-day forecast, and those overnight lows into the 40s, and really not tracking much in the way of any rainfall. But again, still windy out there for tomorrow.
All right.